and welcome back to another video. My name is Funny and today we're going to talk about books I really want to reread. So I have some different chronicles and series and books I really want to reread. And I feel like let's just start with the video and get on with it. The first series I would love to reread is by Suzanne Collins, and it's The Underland Chronicles by Suzanne Collins. And let's not even get me started with this series. This was the series that brought me into love reading, and it's such a good series. It's still one of my absolute favorite series. It's a perfect series to get you into reading, just like maybe Percy Jackson, and I love the whole concept. And if you try to explain the concept to some other person, shut the fuck up. If I would try to describe the story of these books, it will sound shitty AF, but I swear to you, if you start to read Gregor, you will not regret it. The first book is called Gregor the Overlander, and please just read the books. They are so good. And I would want to reread them because, well, it was the series that got me into reading, and I really loved the book. I loved Gregor the character, and I will just get throwbacks and feel nostalgic, and yeah, it's just such a good series. The next is also Chronicles, but it's a trilogy, you can say, and it's The Kane Chronicles by Rick Riordan. Oh my god, this is my favorite series of Rick, and these books are all so damn pretty. I am dying for them, and they look amazing in the bookshelf, and just they're perfect. The story is perfect, the characters are perfect, the cover is perfect. I just love them so much, and I would really like to reread them. The next book I want to reread is a book by itself, and it's Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. Oh, this book is such a masterpiece, and everyone who has read it knows it, and the ship is awesome, and I just love everything about it. It is also one of the absolute first book I read in English. It wasn't my first book I read in English, but it was the kind of first big book I read in English, and I just feel so happy that this book got to be the book that I first read in English, because it is such an amazing book, and I just want to reread it to, I love the book, so I just want to reread it because it was so good. The next book series is a series that basically many people know about, and these series have so many books, so I don't feel like taking them down from my shelf because it's too heavy, okay? But The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. Let me get started with this. The books are so good, and I just love the concept of it all, and now when I've read them all, I just want to reread them too. You know, when you reread a book, you miss the parts that you don't think of when you first read them, but then when you read it again, you're like, and oh my god, and yeah, you know. So I would really like to reread that series, and I would also love to reread Cassandra's new series, The Dark Artifices, and there's only 2 books out, Lady Midnight and Lord of Shadows, but let me tell you, they are amazing. They are my 1-2 favorite books of all time. I love these books so much. Together they are so great, and if you read one book, it's awesome, but it isn't the best book I've read alone by itself, but I love the story so much. It's my favorite story, basically, and yeah, if you haven't read it, go read it. It's awesome, and it looks maybe terrifying for those of you who don't read that much, but let me tell you, it's not terrifying because the books are so good, so you feel like they are too small right now. But they gave me so much feelings, and I just would love to reread them. Next up, we have a famous series that everybody knows about, and is the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. I only have 3 books, so I felt like it was kind of necessary to take them down. But everybody knows what Harry Potter is, and if you don't know, have you literally been living under a stone? Like, even if you haven't read or watched the Harry Potter movies, you know about them, so yeah. But that series is amazing, and such childhood. Now we only have 2 books, or 1 series and 1 book left to talk about. And the series I really would like to read, the trilogy, is the Legend trilogy by Marie Lu. Oh my god, this series is so sick. This series is my favorite series of all time. And do you see, like, this book isn't even that big. Like, it is not even that big. And I mean, like, to get so much greatness in a little book, that is so hard. But Marie Lu has, she is such an amazing writer, and this trilogy really fits every person in the world, I swear to God. Like, I am a fantasy girl, I loved it. My friend who hates fantasy, she loved it. My sister who never reads, she loves it. And like, can you get a better series? A series for everyone, and it's just amazing. Please go read it if you haven't, and I would love to reread them. I will soon, I promise. My boos, we have come to the last book. And the last book is my favorite book of all time. And this book gets me so damn emotional. This book is so fantastic. I want to die. Honestly, I would die for this book, because just to get people to continue reading it is more important to me than my life. I swear to God. The book is Mistborn: The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. Like, I don't know how to explain how much I love this book, and this book, as I said, it's my favorite book, so like, obviously I want to reread it. I want to reread it 5,000 million fucking times, because it's so good. It deserves more appreciation, and it's just amazing, and the characters are amazing, and just, this book is just, it's such a masterpiece. It's such a masterpiece. I will admit that in the beginning it was kind of hard to get into, because I didn't understand what was going on, because you get popped in right into the story. But the ending was the best fucking ending in the world. I don't understand how Brandon could write something like this, because this is so thought through. Like, I would never even think of the things he thought, and I'm just, are you really human, Brandon? I am just wondering, honestly, because this is sick. And I just want to say I've read the second book of the series as well, and I like that book very much, but it's none compared to the first book, so just go read the first book, please. It's the best of the best of the best, okay? Anyways, that was all for this video. Please comment down below if there is any book that you really want to reread, that are your favorite book, and I will watch them. Anyways, I hope you liked this video, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Patty cake bakers, man. Pat me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and bake it and microwave the tea. Put it in the oven for boots and temp and me. That's what she sings. If there are some books you think I should reread, and I just remembered that is kind of impossible because you don't know which books I have read, so that would be kind of weird.